Hello,
Hi, Matt.
and welcome to Center at Home. I'm Matt Asner, and this is...
Nava Pasquitz Asner.
And I said you could start the show this week.
Oh, wow.
So you're starting the show.
Typical.
Okay.
Typical man. You have stuff all over you.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is feeling well and is adhering to the stay-at-home rules. We have to keep each other healthy and do everything we can to stay healthy. And that's what we're doing.
That is what we're doing.
We're trying.
We're doing a good job.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, we're stir crazy. I'm not going to lie.
Not sleeping.
We haven't called the divorce attorney yet either. So, I mean,
why even go to that?
I keep hearing stories about all these.
That's very weird that you would go there.
Did you see this?
Is that what you're thinking about?
No. Did you see this story? Who was it? A friend of ours, Scott Nathan, posted a thing that's saying he knew a divorce attorney, and she said that she's been getting incredible business, nonstop business. That
this is the best. It's the time of her life.
Yeah, it's like creating a
profit off of somebody else's misery, kind of.
Anyway, that was what I was alluding to.
Okay.
I wasn't alluding to us.
No,
but we're in good shape.
We love each other. We love being together 24 hours a day.
Oh my!
With all the kids at home.
We do.
And doing the
it's an adventure. It's a constant adventure.
That's one way of putting it.
An e-ticket ride.
An e-ticket ride.
Right.
Okay. Yes. You're older than me, so you remember that.
We've had lots of wonderful stuff going on at home. Going to talk about some of the wonderful stuff we have going on at home.
Well, we had Passover has finished.
Yeah.
Finally, I was saying to somebody that it's bad enough being in the Corona kind of realm, but being having to give up your bread makes it a double kind of.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I felt it was harder. This Passover was harder than any other Passover.
It's a starch-free quarantine.
Right. I just want my bowl of life cereal every night.
Right. Well, now, Monday, I think you can go back.
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. So now tonight, you're going to have life cereal.
Yeah. Since you fasted with me.
Well, it's not fasting.
Well, that's what we call it.
Anyway.
What we call it.
We, we're schooling at home. Still schooling at home. And how's that going?
Not well. I'm very frustrated. I'm so admirous of teachers after this. I just have so much more respect for our teachers and especially our special education teachers. It's very frustrating. And I think the kids kind of play off our frustration. And so you
think, huh?
Well, they know
that's the whole problem with this.
Yes.
The whole problem with this.
They know how to work me.
Is that there's a dynamic with a parent that there isn't with a teacher.
Yeah.
Because believe me, you get in trouble in school if you don't do your work in a schoolroom. But
they're not afraid of me.
They're not afraid of parents. It's like, and I get this with Will all the time. It's like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay.
You just admitted that.
We'll do it tomorrow. Well, I mean, look, I'm a big proponent of saying, if it's not working today, there's always tomorrow in regards to homeschooling during the quarantine.
As long as we get something done, I definitely am motivated to do as much as we possibly can. It's a lot, though. It's a lot. It seems like it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And like you said earlier, about a minute and a half ago, teachers, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
we really understand, and they
you
deserve
think
to
about
have their
teachers
salaries doubled after this.
Teachers have kids at home, and they it's wow. It's really, it's a huge job.
It is.
To keep a kid on schedule every day. I mean, it's 24 hours a day. It's intense. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. You too.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No divorce lawyers yet.
Not yet. Not yet. There won't be.
You'll keep yours on speed dial.
No. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have an amazing first guest. We have a great show today. We have from AuntCraft. We have Stuart Duncan, who is an amazing autism father that has done an incredible job at creating this website, Minecraft website called Oddcraft, and it's a site for autistics who really enjoy Minecraft, and it's a meeting place and a sounding board for them. And he's become a very important figure in their life. And there's been a lot of, I guess, interaction because of the quarantine and what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because our missions at the center and with Oddcraft kind of align,
Right.
because the reason for him doing this is to produce self-confidence in individuals and give them the self-confidence to kind of push out into daily life.
Great.
And so it's going to be interesting to talk to him. But our first guest, and then we're going to also talk to Spencer Hart a little later, see how she's doing, check in with our dear friend, Spencer Hart. But our first guest, when I did Autism America radio show many moons ago with Nick Gieber, we always had Alex Fischetti come on and do like a Hollywood minute, a little more than a minute,
right?
Maybe a Hollywood 10. And we love Alex. Alex is an amazing gentleman, and he loves Hollywood, and we love Hollywood. And so I thought, let's get Alex on, and we're going to do a regular segment with Alex called the Hollywood Beat. So this is Alex Fischetti's Hollywood Beat.
Since all anybody's doing is watching movies.
It's all about Hollywood right now, isn't it? I mean, it really
absolutely.
is. I mean,
even to just
everyone's streaming.
Okay.
And we're going to figure it out. So without further ado, I want to bring Alex in. And Alex, how are you? Whoops, I'm not hearing you. Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. Hang on 1 second, because I'm going to switch this, and we're going to fix this in a second. Hold on, sir.
I watched the end of War of the Worlds last night.
Can you hear me, Alex? Well, there we are. So if you can hear me, I hope you can hear me. Let me bring Alex back in, see if we can get it. Alex, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
No.
I'm not hearing a word you're saying. Hold on. Now, there you go. I'm having interesting. I'll tell you what. If you're out there, Frank Campana, if you can hear me and you can hear Alex, let me know. But it doesn't matter because I'm not hearing a thing. Bear with me. Why don't you go ahead and talk, Nalva? So
okay. I want to talk about. You're freaking me out right now.
I know.
This is the wonder of doing it yourself, that we are just learning everything as we go, I think.
Alex, can you hear me?
Nope.
We can't hear Alex.
Why don't we save Alex to the end and go on to the next?
Alex, for some reason, we cannot hear you. Hold on. I'm going to do something here, and I'm going to see. Alex, can you hear me now? No, I don't know why I'm not hearing you. Alex, is your microphone enabled? Maybe your microphone is not enabled in your computer. We gotta love live programming, right? It's loads of fun.
Well, who saw the Disney sing-along last night? Matt missed it. It was wonderful.
I can hear you, but not Alex.
Eddie and I were singing at the top of our lungs.
Well, hopefully we're going to figure this out.
I think we should do that, actually.
Oh,
a Disney sing-along, or just singing all the Disney songs. I would love that.
So let's see. I'm going to, all right, I'm going to, all right, we're just going to start talking and
Poor Alex.
Alex, I know you can't, we can't hear you, so I'm just going to say hello and then we're going to try this some other time, okay? But I think your mic is not working that well. I hope that's what it is, because if not, then our guest is going to have a problem too. But we'll
we can bring him to wrap it up.
Yeah, well, we'll figure your mic out and we'll bring you back though. Okay, so I'm going to put you back into the waiting room and we figure it out and hopefully figure that out. Okay, and we're going to talk about the streaming. Okay, all right. Well, that was Alex Machete, kind of anticlimactic for Alex. And so, what are we streaming?
Well, I was saying that I loved War of the Worlds. Nobody else liked it, but I loved it.
You love War of the Worlds? Mm-hmm. We've been watching that.
Yeah.
And has anyone else been seeing War of the Worlds? Because War of the Worlds is, it's the classic H.G. Wells, book that they kind of updated. They've done it a couple of times, but it's never been a series.
What was the show that we just loved so much? We watched The Exorcist the other night.
Yeah, we watched that.
I don't even know what.
Yeah,
what
the director's cut of The Exorcist. So
watching The Exorcist again, I mean, everyone should watch this new version of it, because there's a scene in this new version that I'd never seen before. And it was as scary as watching it for the first time. It literally was shocking, don't you think? It was like that one scene.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
don't give it away.
No, I won't. But there are scenes that aren't in the original film.
Yeah, and I see why they edited that.
Yeah,
because some of them were kind of silly, or they didn't even.
Well, I always thought the scariest thing about The Exorcist wasn't the, wasn't the like green barf or anything like that. It was the
build up in the
no, it was the eeriness of the recordings that he listened to, and his mother's voice, and the fact, the scene with his mother going down into the subway, and him trying to stop her, that whole thing,
and the subliminal devil.
The devil face that comes up there.
What a weird topic.
That's terrifying, it's scary. So, what are you guys looking at out there? What are you guys looking at out there? Yeah, exactly. What are you looking at out there? Which version of War of the Worlds? That's what Shannon wants to know.
It's on Apple TV.
It's on Apple TV, and it's free, I think, now.
With the great Gabriel Byrne.
Elizabeth McGovern.
Yeah.
A bunch of people.
It was amazing. I really, really loved it. And it ended, obviously, they're going to have a chapter 2. But it was really exciting.
Well, they better, because we won't know what happens if that's the case.
No, but they ended it definitely on a cliffhanger where you're really dying to see what goes on.
Exactly.
I was going to say the most popular documentary of all time, which was that ridiculous Tiger King.
Yes, we've watched that.
It's worth watching just because it's entertaining. There are some really disturbing animal cruelty scenes in it. But then they said this, we're holding this new episode, and they got everyone worked up, and we were so excited.
And it's just interviews.
And how pathetic we all are that we're all excited to watch this new episode. And it was so boring. I was so I was so disappointed.
I don't know. I think it shows an ugly side of our country that
is fascinated with such.
A lot of people get fascinated with. I'm not that fascinated with it, but it was a good documentary. But it was.
I think we all want to see the tigers. I mean, we go there because the idea and watching people actually interact with these beautiful giant wild.
I guarantee you that's not why everyone's watching that.
No, that's why I started to watch it. Yeah. I mean, anything to do with big cats, but then you get wrapped up. I mean, I actually, as sickening as he was, I actually liked Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked him. He was, to me,
Well, he certainly doesn't hide what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for sure.
And, you know, being gay in Oklahoma, I can't imagine anything
Right.
more difficult. And so I was rooting for him, but then he just becomes such an...
Is it now, Alex?
Yes.
Oh my
Yay!
goodness! Alex Fischetti, as I read, what happened with the mic?
You.
Was it your mic?
I think I figured it out. I think I just need to restart it.
There we go. Okay.
Well, I hope
There
people
you
who see this episode don't think all of our episodes.
No, we had a little technical difficulty in the beginning, and now we have Alex Fischetti
Yes.
with his Hollywood beat.
Hi.
So we're talking about streaming, Alex, and we're talking about binge watching.
All these shows that we're watching.
So what's out there for people to look at?
A lot of Netflix stuff. I love watching. There's a great. I love documentaries, but I also and for these times, you know, Groundhog Day is available on Netflix, which I can't think of a more perfect movie to watch during these times.
Yeah.
No, because we're all living Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
You know, it's funny. We actually
for our 18 and over
for our 18 and over social, we have every Saturday night we have a movie group, and it's a movie chat. So they watch the movie during the week, and you should join us for that tomorrow. We have you know, we've had them watch Groundhog Day, and Chelsea Darnell does it. We had them watch Groundhog Day, and we've had them watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and this week they're watching Back to the Future.
Oh wow, nice.
And yes,
so they discuss the movies, and then they decide what movie they're going to watch next. But it's our 18 and over social director, Chelsea, who is an autistic adult, and she it's you know, a social platform for people to just, and they sometimes they talk about the movie for only 15 minutes, and then the rest is just what's going on with you and how are you dealing with everything. And I think a lot of our teens and adults are really struggling with the disconnect of social daily interaction. That really very difficult, right, Alex?
Very difficult. It's this isn't exactly the the best of times, if we're all to be honest with ourselves. I mean, it's difficult, especially for individuals like myself. I miss all my social interaction.
Absolutely.
It's been very hard. I think it's been hard for everyone, and you know, have to sit at home and stay away from people. It's the only outlet you have is this kind of
computers,
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like this. Like I've been doing a lot of FaceTiming. I've been doing a lot of just so I can see faces. You know, like what we're doing right now. I mean, it keeps you. I mean, anybody can write a text or write an email or do like something or like a whole bunch of words typed up. But this, the person one-on-one interaction, it's you can't beat it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Well, now, so you know what I've been watching on Netflix?
Yes.
I've been watching Ozark.
Ah, yes.
But I've been watching it in my insomniac moments. So, because now I hate that kind of stuff.
It's not that I hate Ozark.
You like Tiger King, but you don't want to watch Ozark.
No, because Ozark, there's something about Ozark where they're like, not that we were on the lam, but that there's this uncertainty, a family that's running away.
They're not running away, though. They're
that gives
actually
me like childhood trauma.
But they're not running away. They're actually mired in it. They're
I
like
can't
rooted
watch
in
that
this
show.
craziness.
It freaks me out. I have like childhood trauma over it.
Have you watched that, Alex?
I don't think. I mean, it's interesting. I'm very picky and choosy when it comes to like certain like things
Don't
that are
bother.
on like Netflix.
It's
like I
very
watch.
Actually,
like
I recommend it.
Yeah, I should definitely take out a little bit. Like, what's great is that there's a whole bunch of series that you can watch, but there's always a whole bunch of series that have like left Netflix. I'm always praying that they get back. Like for a while, they had like shows like Frasier and Coach and Wayne's on there that they've taken off. I think now would be a good time as any to bring them right back to Netflix.
Yep. Well,
but I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and you're watching Ozark.
Which
I think is a reflection of just the times, and we're all
when you
not
can't sleep, you
well.
can't sleep. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get anxiety, and so
it's probably.
Gosh.
No, it's not from watching Ozark. So I'll actually start watching something like at 5 a.m. because I can't sleep. So So Ozark is like the latest one of those. And I'm kind of near the end of it now. There's 3 seasons, and I'm kind of near the end of it now. And it's to me it's a great show. I mean, the people that are out there watching right now. I mean, what are some of the shows that you've been watching? Let's hear from you.
As far as Netflix goes, I mean, I've been watching a lot of like documentaries on. There's this documentary about the. Have you guys ever heard of the Fire Festival?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we've seen both of those.
Yeah, that was so detail orientedly well done.
Yeah,
which is just absolutely fast. And also, so like events like the events leading up to like the ultimate I mean, I'm so happy they actually caught the guy with all the cast that were on the island. And then on a more like a little darker side, I mean, I was watching this documentary on Aaron Hernandez, which is a very powerful insight on all stuff that he'd been through. So it's and then on the more cinematic side, I've been loving I love The Irishman. You know, it was just so great seeing Pesci back in action again. It really was.
Now The Irishman. I thought it was a good movie, but more than once during that film, I kind of thought to myself, why are they doing this?
Was just
what's the point of this? Because they'd kind of done it before, and it was just like
right.
I don't know. I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was a little long, but I enjoyed watching it, and it was. I don't know. I thought there were better films out there.
I think that's definitely their swan song because everybody wanted to see all those guys together with Pacino, and it was so great that Pesci got an Oscar nomination.
Now, now, supposedly,
yes,
Trump is going to start opening the country like next week or something like that. I'm not sure what that really means.
So May 20th, right?
No, I mean, who knows? I mean, I think. From what I've heard and what I've read, the movie theaters could be opening fairly soon. I think, I don't know.
Why would that be the first thing they open?
I guess because they're hurting because movie theaters.
Yeah, I mean, it's these days is like a gold mine for places like Netflix and Amazon Prime and YouTube. I mean, because that's what everybody's watching these days. I mean, there's not really much network television on it. I mean, you can't even go like ESPN. Like it's all reruns on there. So if you want like new material, you go on Netflix and so I think this is a tremendous economic impact on the movie theater industry. And so here's praying that that theaters do open soon so that they can start the recovery process.
Well, let's talk about that for a second though, because I read an article this morning. And it made some great points on, even if theaters do open now, so let's say they open in 2 weeks or next week. What do film studios do? Really, seriously? I mean, do you open up a blockbuster when you're still fresh out of in a pandemic, and run the risk of not having people come to the theater to see a big film? It costs a lot of money to open a film in a theater.
I was waiting for Mulan, and they pushed it to July.
A lot of these films have been pushed.
Yeah.
But even July, I mean, let's talk about July. Even July, that's bringing people into a theater.
Yeah, over 50.
Sitting, an inch away from 2 inches, 3 inches away from each other.
Like that.
I don't know. If people are ready.
Yes, summer is the time for big movie blockbusters. If theaters are still closed by summer, that's going to be as big a hit the movie theater chains are going to take more than anything, because that's where all the big money comes in. All the big blockbusters in movie history have been released around the summertime. It would be like collateral damage if they were to be still closed by then. But that's some good points, like soft openings. Like a lot of the businesses who are like reopening, like in soft openings, like maybe like an independent film there, comedy there, but not too many. Like over in my town in Connecticut, we have a few theaters. We have my Richfield Playhouse that has about 500, And then we have a local movie theater called the Prospector that has like 2 to 3 to 4 different theaters, about like 100 plus. So they do it like softly. Maybe that can be maybe that can be grounds to start starting to bring up profitability in the theaters again.
So you baby step back, but like I said, it's hard for a movie studio to say, we're not going to, I mean, it costs millions of dollars to open a film. $1 million.
Oh, totally. I mean, everything's been thrown for a loop these days. I mean, we've all were like planning like from beginning, like from March, spring, then all of a sudden like we're all here. We're all home. We're all staying here. We're all but hopefully the movie studios who have wellspring of creativity with making their pictures can come up with wellsprings of creativity to continue to bring quality in the midst of all this. Just so know there's nothing related to all the crisis that's going on. Just as long as there's nothing related to everything that's going on, then theaters will be fine. So there we go. Let's see. So that's So it's definitely
Stop adding stuff to my tea.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's definitely definitely interesting times, but I pray for the sake of all the chains that that they'll survive.
What if somebody wore a mask? Like they had such stringent rules when they opened that.
Well, have you guys gotten the order that everybody in public should be out in town wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
now I guess if you go to a location, if you go to a location in Los Angeles and you're not wearing a mask, you can be refused service.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I think it's like that in most places. So.
Oh gosh, it's all these crazy. I mean, it's hard to get used to. It's hard just to what if you mistakenly forget and you obviously have to be somewhere and they're they won't let you in because you're not it's I mean, it's better not to leave the house at all.
Well,
that's what they're hoping.
That's right. They want to make it hard for you to leave the house. But I think,
I was thinking about for every day that we all stay home for during the week, we should get paid for it. We should because everyone's basically telling us to stay home. We should get rewarded for staying home. I think
with
all the
I think they're saying that's what the stimulus is. But
that wouldn't be very much. $1,200 divided by
a little bit higher than the stimulus, $5K for every day that you stay home and you follow the protocols.
Yeah,
I like your thinking, awesome. Alex, but I'm not sure if that's financially feasible, but you never know.
It's
hopefully we don't get to that point where we have to start really thinking about that.
Oh gosh, I pray not. It's already crazy. I mean, just walking down my main street, I live in a very lovely little town up in Connecticut, and it's just depressing because we have all these lovely little shops and restaurants and everything, and it's like a ghost town.
Yeah. And those little stores are the ones that are really
independent stores, like the chains, like the Stop and Shops and the grocery stores, the Targets and everything. They're all big corporate. They're going to be just, but we gotta make sure all those little guys around that keep our main streets flowing continue to survive. So down in my town, we're doing as best as we can to keep our heads above. And the wellsprings of creativity from people volunteering and giving and all this sort of thing. And it's it's vital to town's survival.
Yeah, it is. And you drive around. We're driving on Los Angeles a little bit, here and there, and you see these restaurants, not open, little mom and pop shops that aren't open, and it's the
only positive is the traffic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And
now there's no traffic.
Time with family.
The air quality is incredible.
Yeah.
Right now, it's so wonderful. And I was going to say that's the only reason why it's very difficult to do homeschooling is when the sun shines and the weather has been mimicking the air of, everything is overcast, and it seems like the weather is literally mimicking how we are all feeling, because it's gray.
Yeah.
It's just very steely gray and cold. And when the sun shines, you just want to say, forget about school.
Exactly.
Let's go out in the sun.
Oh gosh, the
Galaxy.
cold days that I have up east don't get any better with everything that's going on.
We
We up in my area, we have a lot of rain coming up to my neck of the woods, and it just adds to all the other stuff that we're going through. It's whereas sunny days are a little bit better, because you can still walk, you can still go out, do little strolls and everything, but it just adds to, it's just but I mean, less is more positive for all of us.
Absolutely.
Less is more.
Yeah. Yes. Totally, for sure.
Next week, we promise we're going to have all of our electric. What was I going to say?
Our mishaps, our technical mishaps.
I think it worked out pretty well today.
Yes. But
they
we
won't be
have
happening.
Alex on every week and talk to us about entertainment, and maybe next week he'll have some more.
I'd like you to review something next week.
I'll see if I can find something, and I'll bring a little on a little small note. Get a very big rest in peace to the great Brian Dennehy, who unfortunately passed this week. He was he was one of the first people I interviewed when I was starting up as a celebrity interviewer. Before I interviewed your dad, who I'm very blessed as a very dear buddy, so my heart goes out to all of his family and friends, including his daughter, who also lives in the same town as me. So he's a phenomenal talent and will be greatly missed.
Alex, what did he pass away from? It wasn't related.
It was natural causes, and they specifically said that it had nothing to do with Corona.
Yeah.
So that's what they and so.
Well, Brian Dennehy, he was an amazing actor in a lot of films that I loved, and I was shocked actually when I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah. Well, Alex.
Yeah. Just one side question. I absolutely loved the pic you posted of your dad when he was really sporting the Santa Claus beard, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh my gosh, it was great. How's he holding up?
Thank God.
I think he's holding up pretty well. He's a little stir crazy.
He misses working.
He misses working. He misses the interaction with people. He misses holding court.
He misses going to his favorite restaurants.
He misses going to his favorite restaurants.
Yes.
And
does his favorite restaurant do takeout?
Yeah, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
He misses the endless revolving door of his house.
Yes.
Where people would come in and out.
You see, people like him, he and me. That's why he and me are so similar, because we love interacting with people, and we're very outgoing, gregarious personalities. So this is definitely a big test for us that I pray that it will end eventually. It'll be a blessed day when all the sanctions are lifted and the orders are lifted, and we can just go back to normality again. If normality does choose to return when all the sanctions are lifted.
I mean, that's the thing. What does that look like? How fast does that happen?
Safely.
Well, how fast does it happen safely?
Right.
It's something that I don't think any of us can really fathom right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can. Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking, oh well, we're going to go back to normal. It's going to happen quickly.
Yeah.
It's going to happen very quickly. We're going to, we're not doing anything this week, but next week we're going to be going to restaurants. We're going to be going to theaters. We're going to be sitting next to each other. I don't think it's going to be like that.
I want to know why those people who were protesting yesterday weren't fined.
No, I don't know.
For protesting, but yet if you want to go surfing, you get $1,000 fine.
It's $1,000 fine?
Yeah.
Really? Don't do that.
No, it doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. No, it's not fair.
You can still surf in Hawaii, but
you can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well.
You can't hang out on the beach.
You can't loiter.
Yeah, you can't go to the beach and be on Waikiki.
No parties on the beach.
But
you can go surfing.
People are still getting.
You can get in the lineup with other people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
there was an actual one of the doctors. I can't remember what his name is, but he was saying that the positives of surfing
Yeah.
far outweigh the very slim chance that you would get exposed in the lineup, and the mental positives, the mental, you know, you wouldn't know, sweetie, but
no, I'm
the
not
mental
a surfer,
positives are far outweigh the negatives. But I know a lot of friends who are getting $1,000 fines because they can't not surf.
Really?
How about that? Wow.
There you
Okay,
go,
Alex.
Alex.
It was so great seeing you guys.
Speaking to you.
It was nice seeing you.
We'll see you
and
next week.
We will see you next week, and I want you to review something next week. So hang in there, stay inside.
I'm doing my best.
And join us for that movie chat tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I'll try. But thanks so much for today.
You're very
Alex.
welcome. And for everyone else out there, for tomorrow we have what is it?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Chelsea Darnell is hosting a Ed Asner Family Center movie chat, which will be what movie?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. And
but you can join even if you haven't watched it, because a lot of like I said, you know, a lot of the whole reason for the program is social interaction, and if you just want to get together with a lot of your friends, a lot of these kids know each other, and Chelsea's our social director, so she kind of moderates, and we have our mental health director Chris Assad on supporting, and it's wonderful and it's social, and,
That's right.
I think Alex would enjoy it.
I think so too.
So I'm going to send you the link, Alex.
I think our guest has flown the coop.
He thinks we're
I
freaks.
don't think he's joining us.
He probably thought that we were definitely day drinking.
So we're gonna he probably saw the opening of the show and decided that he was going to join us because because of the technical difficulties we had. I don't know.
One bad apple doesn't destroy the bunch.
Stuart
guy.
Duncan, what's going on? So we're gonna reschedule with Stuart Duncan. With Stuart Duncan. And we're gonna have him back next week. We'll have him back next week.
When we're not day drinking.
Next Friday, when we're not day drinking.
Okay.
And so let's talk a little bit. We had another guest, but Spencer's, I think, flown the coop too.
Oh my God!
I don't know what's going on.
What's
going on here?
Oh man!
What's happening? So let's talk a little bit about what's going on at the center.
Well, what's going on with the center, since we can't be here, is we are continuing with our online support. We're still doing telehealth every day. If you have anything you want to talk to with a therapist, this is the time. I mean, this is definitely the time when anxiety is running at its levels. It's very stressful. I'm feeling the stress. I'm breaking down.
It's happening.
And we need somebody to talk to. So call Krissa at edasnerfamilycenter.org and sign up for telehealth sessions.
Is there a phone number too?
818-302-0712. You're testing me.
I am testing you.
When a person is day drinking, you don't give them tests. I'm completely joking.
You're not day drinking.
No, I'm
that's a silly thing. I don't even drink.
Silly.
I don't drink at all.
No, Matt's a tea.
I drink tea, but I'm not drinking tea now. But
I'm drinking tea right now.
So and what stuff do we have for people during the day? Like we have a great schedule. And actually, you can find our schedule on the website at asnerfamilycenter.org, and it's right up there. We have Music Mondays with Judy. We have Tuesday classes.
We're actually starting a new program this week. And based on all of our public outcry and the community speaking to us, we're having a weekly mental health kind of update, and bringing Krissa and I to speak to people on some of the issues that people are talking to us, and some of the stressors that they're dealing with, daily stressors, dealing with special needs kids. It's a lot, and we want to be able to support you guys. So we're going to be speaking every Tuesday at 3:00, and
that's coming up.
If you have any questions, if you want to speak and have us create a topic that you're interested in, please reach out to us. You can reach out to me, Nava, at edasnerfamilycenter.org, or Krissa for any mental health or counseling questions that you may have.
That's great.
Mhm.
And basically we have every day. Check our website and Facebook, YouTube. Like us, friend us. And join us in social media, because we have stuff. We have something every day that comes up that you can take part in with your family, and it can be fun. It can be enriching and good for you.
Absolutely.
So, and it can be,
and it's something for that the whole family can do together.
Exactly.
We're all home. We're all going stir crazy, and so some of our classes are not. None of our classes are specifically focused for kids. Our art. We have an art drawing class with Aviva each week. She's doing a new arts and crafts class starting tomorrow, which is, I believe, at 11 o'clock.
11 a.m.
And that's fun. It's fun for the whole family.
And then she also has a class on on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at 3, from 3 to 4.
And those are the more character type classes. So she'll be doing Disney characters and stuff like that. She done
did
Up and Geegly Studio Geegly. Ghibli.
Ponyo and Totoro.
Yeah, Ponyo. All right. And we have a friend joining us now.
We do.
Okay. We have a friend joining us now.
Is it a friend that likes Studio Ghibli?
I think it is.
Okay.
It's a friend named Spencer Hart.
Hi.
Spencer, can you hear us?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Spencer, is it
Good.
Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli.
I was right. Maddie doesn't know about Ponyo.
I know. Ponyo is a fishy in the sea.
And then Eddie watches it 3 times a day.
Yeah. And I like Ponyo, and I like Totoro. Totoro is a little darker than Ponyo, isn't he?
You would love Spirited Away.
I've seen it.
Do you?
Yeah, that's a great movie. It's a
little scary.
Yeah. So Spencer, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, we wanted to have you on. We got to kind of wave hello to you yesterday or the day before. I can't remember what day it was.
Uh-huh.
And it was so wonderful to see your face.
Social distance visit.
And how are you doing? How are you holding up?
We're doing fine.
Yeah. Are you watching a lot of movies? Are you watching a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff like that?
We've been watching on K-drama.
Okay,
oh,
K-drama.
Yeah. So Mommy loves K-drama.
Yeah, so I think Spencer likes K-drama too.
Mommy loves those.
So what have you been watching?
The Good Morning Call, the Boys Over Flowers.
And
K-drama means Korean drama. If somebody didn't know that.
And Spencer's obviously a big K-pop fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what the band's name is, but they're a big band out there. What is the name?
BTS.
BTS.
Oh, Wolfie.
So what does that stand for?
BTS.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What is it, Spence?
Backstand Boys.
B T like Tom?
Yeah.
BTS.
Oh, okay.
They're huge.
I've never heard of them.
They're
Wolfie knows those bands.
They're massive. Wolfie's more to J-pop though. So.
Oh, okay. I get
But now, so Spencer, we're 4 weeks into the quarantine now, and
I think more than that. I think it's 5 weeks.
Is it 5 weeks? So how are you doing? What are you doing to pass the time other than that? Have you been anxious? Has it been an anxiety kind of thing for you?
Yes, it was, and we're trying our best.
Yeah. Well, that's all anyone can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to take it day by day.
It gets kind of boring sometimes, and it will be okay.
Have you been reaching out, talking to your friends online and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Zoom and Skype.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Before this quarantine, Zoom and Skype were,
people hardly ever use them.
Only business words.
Yeah.
Now they're, social words. Let's Zoom. Let's Skype.
Yeah.
So,
you like my cup, Spence?
Yep. It's Iron Man.
Right?
And how's your mom doing? How's Jill? She good?
Yep, she's good.
All right. Well,
she's wonderful.
Good. Good. And I'll bet you're ready to get out of this so you can start singing out there again, right?
Yep, and I really miss the center.
I know.
Thank you. Well, we miss you, and the center misses you, having you around.
Spencer was going to sing at the walk this year.
I know.
There were so many things that we all missed, and the reality is we're disappointed, and we have, you know, we should allow ourselves to be disappointed. But you know what, Spence? We're going to come back with the much bigger parties than we've ever had, God willing, when we're allowed to have more than 50 people in a room. But we need to have a celebration of life after all of this.
We do. So we
all miss each other.
We're gonna make sure that happens. Okay.
Yeah, I really miss everybody in the center.
Well,
we love you, Spency.
We love you, and you know we'll have you on again, like coming up in the next couple weeks. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So until then, stay safe and stay inspired.
Yeah.
Don't drive mommy crazy.
What do you have there?
I have Carl Fredericks if I'm up.
Oh, there we
so
go.
Cute.
All right. Hi, Carl. All right. So Spencer, you take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Bye.
Love you. Bye bye.
I love you.
That was Spencer. Spencer's you know, an amazing singer.
She is.
She's an amazing opera
She's
singer.
also our spokesperson.
And she's an ambassador.
Spencer was with me at one of my first teen events when I was way back when.
That's
right.
right.
I was doing way even before the center even started.
And for me, she sang at Light Up the Blues.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
Ave Maria. And actually,
wonderful.
if you want to see that, you can go to
YouTube.
No, not YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
iTunes.
Oh, on
There's
iTunes.
actually a movie of Light Up the Blues up there, and you can look at it.
Awesome.
So we had an interesting show, to say the least. It was an interesting show, and we survived it.
Yes.
Thank goodness. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching us fly by the seat of our pants like we did. Lots went on, and I promise next week we're going to have Stuart Duncan or the equivalent of Stuart Duncan here.
Unless he hates us.
I don't know. I've got to reach out to him. I don't know what happened.
Hope you don't hate us, Stuart.
But next week, Stuart, and I guess until next week, this is Matt Asner.
Nava Pasquitz Asner. And don't forget to reach out to us if you have any questions or any topic you want us to bring to our Center at Home show. Nava at edasnerfamilycenter.org or Matt at edasnerfamilycenter.org. And stay safe and stay inspired. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you later.